जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवारधारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवारधारी यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। Thank you all for joining for today's Sunday feast class. I can't see all. Can I turn like this, Prabhu? Okay, sure. Okay. So before we start, I want to give ice break question. Normally ice break question we do for Bhakti Rukshas. So the question is going to create a mood for the next 1 hour the class. So before I offer prayers to the Acharyas, I'll give the question so that you will think about it. So if Krishna comes in front of you, what do you ask? Meditate on that one, and by the time we will listen in the class. Okay. So now we'll offer prayers to the seeking blessings from the assembled Vaishnavas and Pyari Prabhu and Jiva Mataji, and from previous Acharyas, so that I can share what I hear with right mood and right intention. Okay. So we'll start prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We'll offer prayers all together. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sav सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सह गणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, by this time you have a thought what you are going to ask to Krishna. So now we'll read the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 9, verse number 11. You can see on the screen the verse. Bhaktim moho pravahatam tvayi me prasango bhuyadananta mahatam amalashayanam एनाञ्जशोल्बनम् उरुव्यसनं भवाब्धिम् नेष्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवहतां त्वयि मे प्रसङ्गो भूयादनन्तमहताममलाशयानाम् एनाञ्जशोल्बनम् उरुव्यसनम् भवाब्धिम् नेस्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवहतां त्वयि मे प्रसङ्गो भूयादनन्तमहताममलाशयानाम् एनाञ्जशोल्बनम् उरुव्यसनम् भवाब्धिम् नेस्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः. Anyone would like to recite the verse once? Bhakti mohu pravahatam tvayi me prasango bhuyadananta mahatam amalashayanam एनाञ्जशोल्बनम् उरुव्यसनम् भवाब्धिम् नेस्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः. भक्तिं मोहो प्रवहतां त्वयि मे प्रसङ्गो भूयादनन्तमहताममलाशयानाम् एनाञ्जशोल्बनम् उरुव्यसनम् भवाब्धिम् नेस्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः. Okay, we'll go for word. Bhaktim, devotional service. Muhu, constantly. Pravahatam, of those who perform. Tvayi, unto you. Me, mine. Prasangaha, intimate association. Bhuyat, may it become. Ananta, O unlimited, Mahatam, O of the great devotees, Amala Ashayanam, whose hearts are freed from material contamination, Ena, by which Anjasa, easily, Ulbanam, terrible, Uru, great, Vyasanam, full of dangers, Bhavabdim, the ocean of material existence, Nesye, I shall cross, Bhavat, your, Guna, transcendental qualities, Kata, pastimes, Amruta, nectar, eternal, Pana, by drinking, Mattaha, mad. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Dhruva Maharaja continued, O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly, as the waves of a river constantly flow. Such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. It will be very easy for me, for I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes, which are eternally existent. Purport. The significant point in the Dhruva Maharaj statement is that he wanted the association of pure devotees. Transcendental devotional service cannot be complete and cannot be relishable without the association of devotees. We have therefore established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Anyone who is trying to be aloof from this Krishna Consciousness Society and yet engage in Krishna Consciousness is living in a great hallucination. For this is not possible. From this statement by Dhruva Maharaja, it is clear that unless one is associated with devotees, his devotional service does not mature. It does not become from material activities. The Lord says, Satam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavanti hrutkarna rasayanah. Bhagavatam 3:25-25. Only in the association of pure devotees can the words of Lord Krishna be fully potent and relishable to the heart and ear. Dhruva Maharaja explicitly wanted the association of devotees. That association in devotional activities is just like the waves of an incessantly flowing river. In our Krishna Consciousness Society, we have full of engagement 24 hours a day. Every moment of our time is always busily engaged in the service of the Lord. This is called the incessant flow of devotional service. A Mayavadi philosopher may question us, you may be very happy in the association of devotees, but what is your plan for crossing the ocean of material existence? Dhruva Maharaja's answer is that it is not very difficult. He clearly says that this ocean can be crossed very easily if one simply becomes mad to hear the glories of the Lord. Bhagavad Guna Katha. For anyone who persistently engages in hearing the topics of the Lord from Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and who is actually addicted to this process, just as one becomes addicted to intoxicants, it is very easy to cross the nascence of material existence. The ocean of material nascence is compared to a blazing fire, but to a devotee, this blazing fire is insignificant because he is completely absorbed in devotional service. Although the material world is blazing fire, to a devotee, it appears full of pleasure. Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. The purport of this statement by Dhruva Maharaja is that devotional service in the association of devotees is the cause of the development of further devotional service. By devotional service only is one elevated to the transcendental planet Goloka Vrindavana, and there is only devotional service. For the activities of devotional service both in this world and in the spiritual world are one and the same. Devotional service does not change. The example of a mango can be given here. If one gets an unripe mango, it is still a mango. And when it is ripe, it remains the same mango, but it has become more tasteful and relishable. Similarly, there is devotional service performed according to the direction of the spiritual master and the injunctions and regulative principles of Shastra. And there is devotional service in the spiritual world rendered directly in association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But they are both the same. There is no change. The difference is that one stage is unripe and the other is ripe and more relishable. It is possible to mature in devotional service only in the association of devotees. Okay. So let's see this verse. This is spoken by Dhruva Maharaj. So it comes in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So when Dhruva Maharaj performed austerity to see the Supreme Lord, so when Lord appears, so one of the prayers like Dhruva Maharaj offers this one. So in this verse, clearly it's saying he wants devotees association. So actually the intention Dhruva did the austerities is he wants the kingdom bigger than his father. It's a material desire, but he performed the austerity by the association of Supreme Lord. He purified. And he says, first, I'm looking for the piece of glass pieces, but I got a transcendental gem. So now I don't have any desires to ask. So even Lord asks, what do you want? I'll give a boon. But Dhruva says, I don't want anything. I see completely satisfied. But after that one, he offers this prayer saying that one, I want devotees association. So here, as I said, icebreaker question, if Krishna appear in front of you, what do you ask? So we will get a lot of other thoughts, like some may ask, like, I want to go to Goloka Vrindavan. Please, Krishna, transfer me to there. Or someone, whatever we are desperate in our life, we ask that thing, right? So if we are desperate, if a pure devotee is desperate to build a temple, so when Krishna appears, I have a land and everything, please let it temple come here. Like that, right? Whatever we desperate in our life, in our lifestyle, that's what we ask when Lord appears. So here Dhruva Maharaj is asking, so Lord appeared in front of him, but he is not asking him, he is asking his devotees association. So that is the nectar of the devotional service. Like, see, in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, it says that one, seeking devotees association is more important than seeking the self-life. Like, I want to live. Instead of that one, I want devotees association is more important. So in the same way here, in front of Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is asking, I want your devotees association. So that is the topmost thing, like, so even in the conversation of Ramananda Raya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so there are a lot of questions asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want to read a little bit. Yeah. So Ramananda Raya answers the question. So one of the question is, so what is considered to be the most painful existence? So what is the painful in this existence? So Ramananda Raya replied that separation from a pure devotee constitutes the most painful existence. So in other words, when there is no devotee of the Lord present, there is great suffering in society, and association with other people becomes painful. So devotees association is very, very important. That's what like it says. And one more question, in the same conversation, Mahaprabhu asks Ramananda Raya, what is the most auspicious and beneficial activity for the living entity? Ramananda Raya replied, there is nothing more auspicious than association with the devotees of Krishna. So see, two things, like separation is like painful, so most painful, and most auspicious is association, right? So normally in material life, we see that when we want to get detached, we don't want to attach to these temporary things, right? But it's quite opposite in the spiritual life. We have to get attached. So if you see in third canto, there are 8 verses called as Sadhu Sangastakam. So there 8 verses comes. In that one verse, Prasangamacharam Pasham, there in one verse, devotees get attached to the pure devotees because they live in a, like, they dedicated their life in the service of the Lord. We need to get attached to them so that they will make us to engage. See, when we all are here, by the mercy of one pure devotee. So that is Srila Prabhupada. But after Srila Prabhupada, we haven't seen a lot of here except Hari Prabhu or some other devotees. We haven't seen Prabhupada, right? So, but we see him through the instructions and books, reading, and the way how Hari Prabhu Jiva Mataji is following, we see Prabhupada in their activities, right? So that's how we get the association. We get association of Prabhupada through his devotees. So in the same way, we are here sitting here by the mercy of one devotee, right? So somewhere someone prayed, or somewhere someone given a book to us, somewhere someone showed their compassion towards us. That's why we are sitting here and talking about Krishna, right? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in Emona Durmati Bhajan, somehow I fallen into this material existence, but one of your pure devotee connected me back to you. So it's a devotee's mercy. So thing is, devotees association is topmost. That is the most auspicious one. And at the same time, separation from them is also most painful thing. So we can't, and Prabhupada said in the purport, I don't have a book as well, otherwise I will go sentence by sentence that purport. It's very beautiful purport. So it says here, Prabhupada, transcendental devotional service cannot be complete and cannot be relishable without the association of devotees. So, and one more statement Prabhupada said, we have therefore established the ISKCON. Anyone who is trying to be aloof from this Krishna consciousness society and yet engage in Krishna consciousness is living in a great hallucination. So if someone may think, okay, I don't want any devotees association, I'm good enough. Now I will sit at home and I'll do myself the devotional service. So being aloof and yet connecting to Krishna in this material world is living in an hallucination. So that's where we need devotees association. We have to come every time to the temple, every Sunday feast, get association. So this association, whatever we get for Sunday, it's going to be an energetic boost up for the rest of 6 days, right? We all feel that one, even if you come. So why the temple vibrations are so much means because that's where we are completely forget about material life. Whenever we enter into the temple, it's all disconnected, everything, right? So even sometimes something bothers us, even sitting in front of the Lord, sitting in front of Prabhupada, our mind drags like something else, some problem or something, even there. But what will happen when our mind drags like that? One devotee comes and taps, okay, come and dance. So dragging, right? So, or someone will come and say, can you, Mataji, can you come? There is a service in the kitchen. Drags, right? So forcefully, devotees are there who are helping us, each and every situation. And at the same time, we have now it's a new temple and we are doing the DT service. All the services are extended. So we have an opportunity to come together to serve, right? So that's where last week we did the temple opening, moved the DTs and everything, big altar now. So devotees association is very, very, very important. We can't sit and do ourselves the Sat Bhakti. Bhakti has to come with the devotees association only, because see, whatever we do perform the service, see, when we come to the Krishna consciousness first time, we may not dance in the kirtan or we may not do any service because we have a lot of doubts. We came from the contaminated material, consciousness. So we have doubts, inquisitiveness, asking questions, or associating with the devotees. What will happen? So there are 3 things. Association means it's not hanging over around the group of people. Association means Bhaktivinoda Thakur says 3 things will happen: spiritual discussion, knowledge transfer, and heart transformation. These 3 has to happen. Then it is called association. Okay. So just like going with a group of people, spending some time, I took their association. No, that's not the association. The association which is going to help with these things, that is going to make you to go closer to Krishna. That is the association. So if any association we are taking, it's a question, either these 3 are there or not. First is spiritual discussion. So we come here, we hear about Krishna, even we hear kirtan, we do aarti, we take aarti. So spiritual, right? There is a spiritual discussion is there. Then next, knowledge transfer. right? We read scripture, we share each other, okay? So the transfer is there. And we are not going to, this knowledge, whatever we get here, it's not going to stop here. Even if you step out of that temple, you get a lot of confident enough to face the material world, right? Because you listen. This is the real knowledge, right? Then third one is heart transformation. So you can check yourself the day first you came to the temple and now how you changed. Knowingly, unknowingly, lot of things we changed a lot, right? So whatever we want to give up for pressure of Krishna, we, with our strength, we may not give up. But what will happen with the association of pure devotee, by the prayers of pure devotee, or by the mercy of pure devotee, everything goes off, right? So we can sense few things, but there are a lot of things we can't perceive with our contaminated like senses. We can sense like I used to take this habit, but now after I joined or after I became so sincere, I stopped it. Excuse me, those kind of things we can sense and count. But each and every darshan, each and every mantra of chanting, Krishna is purifying us. So the level of purification, it brings you closer to the Krishna. At the same time, your involvement in the temple or in your involvement in the devotees association will also increase. So the way how you come in the first day, now you are there means you are one of the part of like, team or one of the part of this congregation. So you will get services, you will reciprocate with the devotees and they give. So what the ones like, there is a famous verse called Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Hoy, Sarva Shastra Koi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangi, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. So the verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. So this is a Shastra is saying. So then who is the sadhu? So the pure devotee who dedicated their life to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to propagate the Supreme Personality of Godhead glories is a sadhu. So if you take their association, like being, hanging other, or learning something, so getting purification is also one kind of knowledge, right? We'll get purified by association of the devotees. So this is the what association of devotees matters. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai, Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Shalgram Shilaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is what we will get with the association of pure devotees. So Prabhupada quoted a verse in the purport, Satam Prasangam. So this verse, one of the Sadhu Sangastakam, which comes in third canto. So there, that verse goes, Satam Prasangan Mama Virya Samvido Bhavanti Hrutkarna Rasayana Kata Tajjoshanada Swapavarga Vartmani Shraddharatir Bhaktir Anukramishyati. So what will happen by the association of devotees? This verse describes a lot, and Prabhupada quotes this verse more times. So in the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and heart. Hrut Karna. Karna means ear. Hrut means heart. So in the association of devotees, what will happen? Discussion of the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Those are going to bring blissful to the ear and heart. So we hear a lot of like pastimes of Krishna, and repeatedly we hear, but each and every time we relish it, right? We don't say that when, I heard. Sometimes we may think, I heard, coming Damodar, Kartik month is coming. We hear like Damodar pastime a lot. So in our lives, practicing from Krishna consciousness, we hear every year 30 days, whole 30 days meditating on one pastime, right? We hear repeatedly that one, but we never feel like, each and every time we get like a new lessons and new relishable, blissful, please, right? So that's what in the association of pure devotees, by hearing the Krishna Katha from a pure devotee, what will happen? It gives pleasure to the heart and the ear. So this is the first thing. The next, what will happen? By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. So what will happen if you consistently do that, increasing hearing from a pure devotee, taking that knowledge, so it leads you towards to the liberation. Apavarga, Apavarga Vartmani. Okay, next. And therefore he is freed from what? Material contamination. And his attraction becomes fixed. So slowly what will happen? He get attracted to that pastimes and he want to go more. right? Then his real devotion, bhakti, begins. Shraddha, Ratir, Bhakti. Three things will happen. Shraddha means faith increases, Rati means attraction, Bhakti means devotion. These three will come by hearing the glories of the Supreme Lord in the association of pure devotees. Okay, then next few more, like, coming to the Bhagavad Gita, we read every day, right? In 10th chapter, 9th verse, Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. So this is the one of the Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. There are 4 essence of whole Bhagavad Gita in 4 slokas. This is the one of that verse. So the thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. So always pure devotee thinks about the Supreme Lord. And their lives are fully devoted to my service. They dedicated their life in the service of the Lord. And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about. So what will happen? Bodhayantaha parasparam. Parasparam means mutual, one each other sharing. So what they will share? Bodhayantaha, machitta madgata prana, about the glories of the Lord. What they will get? Tushyanti ramanti. Tushyanti means pleasing. So ramanti means pleasing. Tushyanti means great satisfaction. So when 2 devotees comes, they speak about the glories of the Lord. So what they will get? Result is Tushyanti ramanti. These 2 they will get. Okay. Then one more verse is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Parasparanukathanam pavanam bhagavat yashaha mitoratir mitotushtir nivrittir mita atmanaha. So it says that one should learn how to associate with the devotees of the Lord by gathering with them to chant the glories of the Lord. So always congregational chanting and Sankirtan, Harinam, all these things come together and do Harinam Sankirtan or gather and share each other. And next, this process is most purifying. So Pavanam Bhagavat Yashaha. So glorifying the Lord. Yasha means Kirti. That means the fame of the Lord, Bhagavat. As devotees thus develop their loving friendship, they feel mutual happiness and satisfaction. Same thing. Satisfaction and happiness. In the previous verse also, Tushyanti Ramanti. So these 2 we will get, like, complete. Whatever we achieve in material thing, it leads satisfaction for 1 day or 2 days. And then after that one, like, there is no actually satisfaction in this purifying, fulfilling the desires of the material world. So because it's keep hankering, it comes one after the other. But full, complete satisfaction and blissful you will get when we are in association of pure devotees hearing the Krishna Katha. Then, and thus encouraging one another, they are able to give up material sense gratification. I told you, sometimes we are very attached to one habit, but we can't give up that one with our own strength. We need that association and prayers of the pure devotees, so that with their prayers, with their blessings, we can give up that thing. Right? So that's what he is saying. So by encouraging one another, they are able to give up that material sense gratification, which is cause of all suffering. Right? So as I said, the icebreaker question, like, if Krishna comes in front of you, what do you ask, right? So there are the 2 devotees in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it mentioned. So we heard a verse about the holy name written by Rupa Goswami. When I chant, I want to millions of years, I want millions of tongues to chant the holy name, like that. But here, these 2 devotees, Prithu Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj, they want, when the Lord came in front of them, they want pure devotees association. They're asking. So it's a question, if Lord comes in front of you, somebody will say that one, transfer me to the Goloka Vrindavana, I want to go back. Yeah. So, but these 2 devotees are asking, give me your devotees association. You will come now, you give some boon, you go away. But I might get distracted in this material world again. So give me your pure devotees association, right? So when I am surrounding them, I don't fall down. Like if you are chanting when in a room and people are sleeping there with snoring, do you think our mind will allow to chant and hear? No, right? So the environment is not support. If you are around the devotees chanting like that, then what will happen? Even if you go down, tap is there, both sides. Come on, like that, right? So the environment, when we are hanging around the devotees association, that's going to help our personal spiritual progress. At the same time, it's going to make us to purify us more. Because when we are alone only to connect to Krishna. When we are in a congregation with all the pure devotees, then we are not alone. We have a lot of hands to pull, so that's why we have to be in devotees association. So I want to read those two verses of Prithu Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj. So they asks Prithu Maharaj says, my dear Lord, you are glorified by the selected verses uttered by great personalities. Such glorification of your lotus feet is just like a saffron particles. When the transcendental vibration from the mouths of great devotees carries the aroma of the saffron dust of your lotus feet, the forgetful living entity gradually remembers his eternal relationship with you. So this is the thing. Smrutim punar vishmuta tattva vartmanam means two things will happen. When we get associated with the pure devotees, they remind us we are connected to the Lord. That is the one thing. So the forgetful living entity gradually remembers his eternal relationship with Krishna. So this is the result of association of pure devotees. Then devotees thus gradually come to the right conclusion because they hear properly. So if we hear any statement from the Prabhupada books, it's a conclusion, it's a full stop. It's like we are hearing from an authentic Acharya, right? So that's where the when we hear from a pure devotee, so he is speaking with the right conviction and right proper conclusions. That's why they lead us towards the right track. Then I therefore do not need any other benediction, but the opportunity to hear from the mouth of your pure devotee. So this is the Prithu Maharaj prayer. I don't want anything. Okay, I want an opportunity to hear from the mouth of pure devotee. So what does it mean? He's asking give me an opportunity to be around the pure devotee to hear Krishna Katha. So that's what their mood is. Then in fourth canto, same when Narada speaks to Prachetas, there Narada Muni also speaks the same thing. So my dear king, so he is not Prachetas, Narada says to Prachinabarhi king, sorry. So there he says, my dear king, in the place where pure devotees live, following the rules and regulations and thus purely conscious and engaged with great eagerness in hearing and chanting the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in that place, if one gets a chance to hear their constant flow of nectar, which is exactly like the waves of a river, one will forget the necessities of life, namely hunger and thirst, and become immune to all kinds of fear, lamentation, and illusion. So here the key is immune. So we can't escape from this fear, lamentation, and illusion in this material world. But we need immunity. We need the strength to get out, go through that one. So that strength comes by the association of pure devotees. So here it says the nectar which comes from the pure devotee, it's kind of a flow of water. So in the river, the water keeps flowing. So Kunti Maharani says, the way how the water flows from river to ocean, let my attraction be flown towards to you. So river, somehow it keep flowing and go to the ocean. In that way, let my attraction drag towards to you. In the same way here, same analogy. So the glories of who are pure devotees, who follow the rules and regulations properly, their association, their listening from them, it's kind of a flowing water as a waves in the river. So that is going to help us to get immune for this fear, lamentation, and illusion. And at the same time, it makes free from hunger and thirst. So Parikshit Maharaj, we can take example. So he knows he is going to die in 7 days. He is so fortunate, but he come to know. But we don't know when we are going to die, right? He has 7 days at least time to prepare. But when Sukadeva Goswami came and he started hearing the Bhagavatam, so he forgot his hunger and thirst. Continuously he started without eating anything like that, right? So as I said in the beginning of the class, the question is, if Krishna comes in front of you, what do you ask? Whatever we desperate in our life, we ask that thing. Even if we want to ask something else also, but the desperate thing, see, when the child calls for the help for the mother, desperately the crying is there, right? So we need to create that desperation in our devotion. Anytime Krishna may come, anytime death may come. So whatever desperation, whatever prayerful in our daily spiritual activities, it's there. That's what it comes out, right? So that's what knowingly it comes out, that one only. So even we don't have a time to think, okay, what I can ask in front of Krishna. If Krishna comes in front of you at this moment, what you're going to ask, right? So these devotees are saying all this, like scriptures in Srimad Bhagavatam, pure devotees association is more important. So they are the one who leads us to the right path. So, and Prabhupada said, we all perform devotional service here in the temple and all these things, right? So same devotional service, when we go to Krishna, they're also same devotional service we perform. But here in purport, Prabhupada says, so if you take a mango, if it is like unripe, right? And there is a mango which is like nicely ripe. So the quality of the nice ripe mango is, it's a most sweet and relishable, right? It's a sweet to eat. Both are mangoes. We call both mangoes only. So the mango with the unripe stage is like devotional service, which we perform alone. But when the devotional service perform in the association of devotees, that is going to make the same mango as a ripe and mature stage. Like, we don't want to be raw mango. Mango is good. Performing devotional service is good. But we don't want to be raw mango. But we want to become a ripe and sweetful, relishable mango. So when Krishna comes, like, Krishna has to relish our bhakti. It's a mutual, I said, parasparanukathanam, right? It's a mutual. So to make that ripe, we need devotees association. So that devotees association, whatever devotional service we perform, that is going to make our mango as a ripe, which is going to become a sweetful and relishable. So that's what analogy Prabhupada gives in this purport. So that's, and one more thing, if you see the devotees in Parampara also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, like, I want Kita Janma Hai Yata Tuya Dasa. So he asked, let me be a mosquito in the house of a devotee. See the desires of the devotees, Prithu Maharaj Visa, Dhruva Maharaj Visa. So now Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is asking, I want to become wherever, like if I want to take birth again, let me an insect in the home of a devotee. Why he is asking like that? Because at least he can take the remnants of the devotees. Okay, and one more situation, same Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Tomara Kukura Baliya Janaha More. So he says that when I want to become a dog of a devotee. So what will happen? Even animals in a devotee's family get liberated. So there is a pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you see Shivananda Shena, there was a person, he has a dog. He always used to carry the dog wherever he go to services. Even leaving the hometown, he takes the dog with him. So once he want to travel to Jagannath Puri for the Rath Yatra, normally he takes all the group of devotees together to go to Rath Yatra. So on the traveling, once he was moving the dog in the boat with him, so somehow the dog missed. So he was worried about where it went like that. But by the time he reached Jagannath Puri, the dog was in front of Mahaprabhu. The dog ate the remnants of Mahaprabhu and it died. That time only Shivananda Sena came. So don't worry, Shivananda Sena, like, I took care of your dog. See, as a dog, like getting remnants of Mahaprabhu is like, it's a very rare. But as it is a dog in the house of Shivananda Sena, see, he got mercy like that. So if you see, even one more pastime, like a Devananda Pandit. Devananda Pandit, like he offended Srivas Thakur. So he offended Srivas Thakur. He was giving the Bhagavatam disclosed like this, and Srivas Thakur went in ecstasy, and he asked like his disciples, take that person out of this room. So he offended in that way. And he got like, not like, he stopped his spiritual advancement, everything. So after some time, what happened? Vakreshwar Pandit came. He is a devotee of Mahaprabhu. He came, he is a friend of Devananda Pandit. With his association, this Devananda Pandit got purified, and he became a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when things happens like this, knowingly, unknowingly, if we commit offenses, devotees are the scope where they pull us towards the right path. So that's where these two pastimes come. So mercy of the devotees, prayer of the devotees are very, very, very important. And being in the association of devotees are our spiritual asset. So the asset we calculate in material world by the money or by the properties like that. But the asset in spiritual life, we can calculate how much we have devotees association. Like that is the thing. So the association may be reading with them or sharing with them, chanting with them, serving all together. Anyway, it's not like a only physical association. It may be anyway, virtual also. So this is what I have. So I will summarize what we discussed so far. So we started by reading the verse 4, 9, 11, which is spoken by Dhruv Maharaj. And Dhruv Maharaj says in that verse, I want devotees association. Even though Lord appeared in front of him, he didn't ask about him, or he didn't say that I want you, but I want your devotees association. So that made me to think more and research a little bit, and got all these examples of Prithu Maharaj, Prachetas, Prachina Barhi, Narada Muni, Prachina Barhi's verse. So all these things are explaining pure devotees association is key to the devotional service. We as purport of the Prabhupada purport, we can't be connect to Krishna alone, being sitting alone ourselves. Even though we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we have to be in devotees association. That's why Prabhupada created ISKCON, and ISKCON is providing 24/7 service opportunities to get connect to the Krishna. And here in ISKCON of Connecticut, we have open to temples, so we have a lot of opportunities to come together and serve. So our next verse we discussed why pure devotees association is so powerful means whenever we get association of pure devotees, association means not hanging over around the people. Association means three key things. One is spiritual discussion, knowledge transfer, heart transformation. These things has to happen. When these three things happens, that is the taking association and giving association. Okay, so this is the association. Then after that one, we discussed about when two devotees meet, what they will do when they exchange loving service, or when they exchange glories of the Lord, they will get two things: tushyanti ramanti, satisfaction and blissful. So that is the two things, and those blissful and satisfaction not comparable to the material achievements. These are the spiritual satisfaction which carry forward for us to lead us towards to the Krishna. Then after that one, we explained about the Parikshit Maharaj, how by association of pure devotees, we will get immune to face the illusion, lamentation, and fear. These three things, to face those things, we need immunization. That strength comes from the association of devotees by hearing and chanting. So this is what I have. If anybody have any questions or comments, corrections, please feel to share. Thank you for hearing. Hare Krishna. If anyone have anything to share. Yes, ma'am. Hare Krishna.
I just joined very late, but I could sense that it was really very wonderful class. So I'm going to go back and listen to it.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Anyone want to add anything, even if you get after other than these examples, like who got the mercy of devotee, by that they achieved the Lord, like that? I can tell one pastime of Dhanurdhar and Ramanujacharya. So Dhanurdhar Das was very attached to the wife, beautiful wife. So imagine Lord procession is going in the outside on the road, and this person holding an umbrella to the beautiful wife and looking into the eyes of beautiful lady is not turning to the Lord. Not even. That made him Ramanujacharya to see him and called him what are you doing? And he says that I never seen anything beautiful than the eyes of that lady. Then if I show something more beautiful than this one, what do you do? And I says, I surrender to that beauty. Okay, then come tomorrow. So Ramanujacharya takes that person next day to the in front of Lord Ranganath. So we take also darshan every day, but the darshan which Dhanurdhar Das took is Because by the mercy of Ramanujacharya, he could see the eyes of Lord Ranganath. That is the mercy. We also go to the Ranganath, we also take the darshan. But what is the special there? That catalyst. So if you go to the chemical lab, you do like liquid adding two together, it'll come reaction. But sometimes what we'll do to make that reaction faster, we add catalyst, right? That kind of thing is the mercy of a devotee. That added to the Dhanurdhar. That's why he can see the beauty of the eyes of Ranganath. That's where he said, I'm going to surrender. So do you think like if he go himself, he can see that Ranganath eyes? No, right? So that is the mercy of devotee. It's changed his life. So that is the thing. Somewhere some pure devotee come, tap us. Okay, read this book or chant this one. Come and engage. Sometimes we may engage, we don't read. I'm into cleaning or I'm into something. You do whatever it's there. Everything is ready for Krishna, right? So that is the thing. So tapping that devotee's mercy is very, very, very important in our life. So it makes miracle in our spiritual life. So anyone, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
And could you say two more lights on the benefits for association of the three benefits? Two more lights.
Okay. Okay, association of devotees, I said one is Tushyanti Ramanti, satisfaction and blissful. We will get by hearing from them, by associating by them. Second thing is pure devotees association purifies us. So that purification, it not in a number level, like, how much I get purified by associating one devotee 1 hour. No, it's not like that. And that purification comes in actions. Sometimes it's very subtle way. So if we have any habit, if we want to give up, we can't give up with our own, but by associating with the pure devotees, by hearing with them, it will go off unknowingly in our life, right? We have sensed that one. That is the one more benefit, which we can't do ourselves, but Krishna make us to do through the devotees. That is one more benefit I can see. There are a lot of benefits of pure devotees association, but association is key. As Mahaprabhu said, association is key for our spiritual progress. If you want to get connected to the spirituality, we need to associate with the pure devotees. I want to read one statement, 1 second. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, root cause of bhakti is sadhu sangha. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 2283. Root cause of bhakti is sadhu sangha. And sadhu sangha is the second stage in 9 stages of bhakti. Shraddha, sadhu sangha, right? So that sadhu sangha which is going to lead us for the rest of the stages of bhakti. First only, if we don't know, if we don't have, then we can't go for the other stages of bhakti. There are 9 stages of bhakti, right? So sadhu sangha, even sadhu sangha leads to the faith, even though that is shraddha first, but sadhu sangha only leads us to the faith. By associating with the devotees only, we know the glories of the Lord. That leads us towards to the faith, right? So subtle changes, few things may come, but it may take some time, long time, but some we can perceive very easily. So I used to be like this. Now I'm every time going to temple, every time associating devotees, I changed a lot. We can sense. So sometimes we need to check ourselves how much I changed. That's going to give strength to progress in our spiritual life. Sometimes we know we don't do that one self-check. But if we do self-check, it gives energy. Yeah, it's working. I have a lot of changes like that. So that's what I have, Prabhu. But anyone have, because it's a vast subject, pure devotees association, definitely you all have like personal realizations and experiences. If anyone would like to share, they can share. I think we have 3 more minutes. If anyone would like to share their personal experience, it's okay. Otherwise, any scriptures examples also, that's fine. I think in Chaitanya Charita, go ahead, Prabhuji.
So, attracting Krishna's mercy requires the mercy from the pure devotee. How do we attract the mercy of pure devotee?
Okay, very good question. How do I attract the pure devotees, right? By serving them, or by hearing from them, or by following their instructions. Now here in this temple, we have a lot of rules, like, we need to follow. So how can we please Pari Prabhu Jiva Mataji? By following what they say, right? When they plead, what will happen? Definitely we'll get mercy of the Lord. So pure devotee, actually we can say who is a pure devotee first, right? So it's there is a verse Rupa Goswami wrote, Iha yasya hare dasya karmana manasa gira, nikila swapi avasthatu jivan mukta savuchyate. Iha yasya hare dasya, the dasa of Hari. Who is that one? Karmana manasa gira. Karmana means activities, manasa means mind, gira means words. By these three things, whoever serves to the Lord, he is a pure devotee and he is Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta Savuchyate. He is liberated even though he is in this material life. They may look like they are doing some material activities, but they are Jivan Muktas.
What are those three things again?
Karmana, Manasa, Gira. Karmana means activities. Manasa means mind. Gira means words. So activities means body, mind and words. So body, mind and words, whoever serves the Hari, completely dedicating. So that person is Jivan Mukta. So to attract to that person, we need to follow their instructions. Because they are pure, they are fully convinced, they follow the authentic acharyas. By following them, they lead us towards the right. So that way we can attract. Okay. I think it's 5. So thank you all. We'll offer prayers to all the Vasample Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpa tarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जगन्नाथ भगवान सुभद्रा माई बलदेव भगवान की, निताय गौर चंद्र की। कि बजयो जयो गोरा चांदे आरती को शोभा। आरती को शोभा वाने जगमन लोभा। दाखिने निताय आमे गदाधर। निकटे अद्वैता श्रीनि वास छत्रधर। Osiyate Gauracha Ratna आरती करे ना ब्रह्मा हरि देव गणे। अधिकारी श्यामार दुलाया संजय मुकुंद बासु औषधिकाया शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला माधुर मृदंग बाजे अमर साला शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल बाहो कोटि चंद्र जिनी अदन उज्ज्वला गाला देशे वनमाला और जलमाला शिवा शोका नारदा प्रेमे गादा गादा आकाति विनोदा देखे औरारा संपदा औरांगे आरोपिक शोभा जगा जना माना लोभा bol, Hari bol, Nitai Gaura Hari bol. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvijaya Punyavadi Achatodikatarine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jai Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jai Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jai Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Avatume 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 Jaya Sacinandana Jaya Sacinandana Jaya Sacinandana Gaura Hari Sacinandana Jaya Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद गौर किशोर दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय ओम विष्णुपाद सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय ओम विष्णुपाद सार्वभौम जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय श्री सनातन गोस्वामी रूप गोस्वामी जीव गोस्वामी गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी रघुनाथ दास भट्ट गोस्वामी की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री मायापुर धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की हरि नाम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथ राज श्रीमद् भागवतम की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की इस्कॉन वर्तमान गुरु वृंद की श्री जगन्नाथ भगवान सुभद्रमयी बलदेव भगवान की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की नरसिंहदेव भगवान की शालिग्राम शीलास की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि 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 बोल। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड श्री गौरंगा, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्रील प्रभुपाद।
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय Narasimharam Sharanam Prapalle Tava
विघ्नविनाशक नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की,
Jai
श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
Jai
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming for the Sunday Feast program this evening. We have two families sponsoring the Sunday Feast today. Manish Garg and family are sponsoring for their son Advait's 11th birthday, who was born on 10/10/10.
Wow.
And Parekh family, Kiran Parekh, Jyotish Parekh, Hemlata Parekh, Priya Parekh are sponsoring in memory of their mother Kusum Men and father Bhukalal Parekh. Next Saturday, October 16th is Ekadashi. And it's recommended that we fast from grains and meats, peas, legumes. The idea is to, increase our absorption in devotional activities, read Srila Prabhupada's books, chant extra rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and the fast breaking is on Sunday morning. Sunday morning, October 17th, we have a special guest speaker, His Holiness Chandramauli Swami Maharaj. He will be giving the Sunday Feast class on October 17th. So we hope that you all can attend the program and benefit from his association.
Hare Krishna.
I also have a little bit of a sad news to share. Shraddha Mataji and Amalatmana Prabhu and Kashika and Shaurya are relocating to Chicago. I'm going to take a moment to calm down myself. In the last 1.5 years, Shraddha, they've been here. They've been such an integral part of our ISKCON Connecticut family. They both have helped so much. With so many services, if I start listing, I'm going to miss out some. Cooking, flowers, garlands, book distribution, kitchen, home programs, bhakti rikshas. They both have kids program, cakes. Her cakes are such a great hit. So although we'll be geographically separated, you will continue to be a part of our ISKCON Connecticut family. I know many devotees are heartbroken, but we will miss you. You know, we will miss Shaurya and Kashika as well. They're very friendly, playful demeanor. And, you know, we hope that you visit whenever you get a chance and continue to stay in touch. And, you know, the Lord who can needle the elephant, who can thread an elephant through the needle, can bring you back here again as well. So we hope for that. So we'll have chanting now for our speech sponsors and also for Amalatmana Prabhu, Shraddha Mataji and their family. Is there anybody here who's visiting an ISKCON temple for the first time? Anybody here who's visiting for the first time? So we'll have chanting now for our speech sponsors.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
नाम संकीर्तन की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। टाइगर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल।
Srila Prabhupada ki
जय।
Lord Premanande.
हरि हरि बोल।
Advait girl born on 10/10/10 ki
जय।
Advait, is he here? Hari Bol. This is Jagannath Garden, so it's not tied in the back. It's yeah, the photo. Kusum Ben and Bhukalal Parikh ki. Parikh family ki. Shri Kiran Parikh. Should we bring the plate then? Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Kashika, Shaurya, Shraddha, Prabhu. Hari Bol. Thank you very much, everybody. Please collect your tubo boxes of prasadam before leaving, and we hope to see you next Sunday. So we are giving out tubo plates today. Tubo plates. Same content, same prasadam, just a container is different. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. You can come forward for darshan, Karthik Charnamrit. For Charnamrit? Please come forward for darshan. Thank you. Hare Krishna.